on the legs.
All right, keys to victory for this one. Ray Cooper, close range with feints. He can't be reckless against Jayson Jackson. Varying his punching targets. It doesn't matter what he touches, he's going to damage it. And control with wrestling if he needs to. He has a fantastic wrestling background. He used it earlier in his career. It could be useful here. Jayson Jackson fighting at distance, use those long arms and that speed. Uppercuts and knees, rising attacks against the shorter guy. And then the counter wrestling is going to be a key, especially if he's having success with his striking.
The voice of our smart cage, Andy Shepard.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following catchweight contest is a Bellator versus PFL fight, and the winner will earn themselves the Super Belt. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner and representing Bellator. He is an MMA specialist and stands 6 feet 1 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 182 pounds and has built a record of 17 wins and 4 losses. He is the reigning Bellator welterweight champion and fights out of Deerfield Beach, Florida by way of Jamaica. He is the ass-kicking machine, Jayson Jackson. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner and representing PFL. He is a boxing specialist and stands 5 feet 7 inches tall. He weighed in officially at 182.4 pounds. And in his 35-fight career, has earned a record of 25 victories, 9 defeats, and 1 draw. 23 wins coming by way of stoppage. He is the 2-time PFL welterweight champion and fights out of Pearl City, Hawaii. Brother Ray Cooper-trettivo.
Your referee in charge, Brian Miner.
Brian Miner draws the assignment for this special catchweight feature. Jayson Jackson in the white trunks representing Bellator. Ray Cooper III waving the PFL flag tonight in the blue.
Straight into punching range, Ray Cooper.
Respect. He came right across that cage, didn't he?
The thing is, he knows he has to land one punch to do the damage.
Got to get inside that long reach advantage range of Jayson Jackson. 79 inches for the Bellator welterweight champion on the reach.
That's an incredible reach for a welterweight. But at 5'7", Ray Cooper can get right inside that pocket, and he will thrive in that pocket if he can stay there safe. That was a hard low kick, though. He can't take too many of those. That would disable his forward movement.
Cooper's been fighting taller fighters his whole career. This is what he knows. But he can't waste a lot of time against Jayson Jackson. That hook just grazed the top of Jackson's head.
These are just such different athletes. Not just fight, they're just different athletes. Like, who's more likely to push a weighted sled across the field? Cooper. Who's more likely to run 10 miles and not break a sweat? Jackson. It's one of these different fights, and they both know it. Cooper knows, I gotta land hard.
Something to watch out for with Jayson Jackson. He's very good, and he used it a lot in his last fight, walking his opponent onto an uppercut, allowing them to level change onto a punch. He doesn't necessarily need the same kind of power that Ray Cooper has if he can force him to meet the power as he's moving in.
Great work by Jackson to stay out of the range of that traveling hook from Ray Cooper, and he landed another calf kick in the process.
And look at the bruising on that calf already. It's not even gone to swelling, it's gone straight to bruising.
Dan, I like what you just said. You're maintaining you don't have to hit as hard if you hit the opponent as he's circling in or coming down to something. You're talking about a head-on car wreck. I get it, and I like it.
Exactly that. And this is where Jayson Jackson's speed comes into play. If he can force him to very good with these long-range straight punches, and that's usually what gets people to level change, to dip their head onto the uppercut. He's also got a great knee, lovely feint on the calf kick. Ray Cooper bits on that, which shows you how much that leg is hurting.
Yeah, already, I think he's landed about 5 of them, starting to affect the lead leg of Ray Cooper III, and you can see Jackson building confidence because of it as he uses that to feint.
The danger, of course, with the calf kick is it's very difficult to throw it and get your head off the center line. Like you think back to Ray Cooper when he fought Magomed Karamov, the overhand that he landed was such a short punch. He was able to generate that power. That's a really damaged leg, but
yeah,
a cornered animal is a very dangerous individual.
Halfway through round number 1, and Cooper's already in big trouble.
And there's the wrestling. Good defensive work from Jayson Jackson, forcing his opponents to wrestle, using good counter wrestling in the knees. This is a great performance from him so far. Nice wrist control there as well, opening up the doorway for the knee to the midsection.
If you watched any of the training videos that Jayson Jackson and his camp were putting out, he's been putting in work on the wrestling. Testament to it right there as he gets Ray Cooper III to his back. Less than 2 minutes here in round number 1. I mean, Jackson had Gable Stevenson in the room with them, and they were drilling. Saw him going with Leon Edwards.
Now, this is an interesting problem that I don't think either three of us have had to solve in our career. You've taken some calf kicks, and then you get taken down, so that damaged leg is elevated. As soon as he gets back to his feet, he's going to feel very uncomfortable putting any weight onto that lead leg. Fortunately, they've not invented the calf kick in our day, guys.
That's true. I remember where I was the first day I learned it. I got hit by it by Benson Henderson in a training session.
Oh, and he was the expert. He was the pioneer.
He was the pioneer. It was at Jay Glazer's gym, and he hit me with 3 or 4 of them, and I told him after the workout, you're missing my thigh. You never hit it a single time. He said, your leg hurts, doesn't it? I said, yeah. He said, yeah, I meant to do it. That's how I learned it, though. Very interesting what Jackson did there. He turned the head off the fence. I prefer to put the head into the fence, but Jackson apparently wanted some open real estate. Did what Jackson did there. He must be thinking about Pat. Look at this. That's old school right there. Just take your hand and smother him.
Nice slide off elbow there as well. They can be very dangerous, very cutting.
Cooper's got the underhook he needs, but he's going to have to unlock his legs and get to a hip if he wants to elevate and get back up. Short elbows here from Jayson Jackson on top. And you can see our leg strikes counted up. 11 of 11 have landed for Jackson, and that has been the biggest difference maker in the fight so far for the ass-kicking machine.
Cooper has made a decision that he is going to live to fight another round. He has made a decision, just stay in this one. Don't use the energy it requires to get up. Let's run out the clock.
Jackson will try and flurry his way to the end of this round.
Cooper's hurt here. This could be it.
Saved by the bell, Ray Cooper III.
Let's see how he does getting back to his feet here. Oh, that's a heavy leg.
Might have been a miscalculation there from Ray, thinking that he had less time and he could just cover himself up. He ended up eating 8 or 10 strikes in the process.
A really smothering work as well from Jayson Jackson. Hands over the mouth. Really nasty work. Let's have a look at these calf kicks. Look how keen this comes. Lands it right on the outside of the calf as Ray Cooper's lifting that leg. And you can see how timid he is at putting his weight onto it. Very sheepish. Here we go again from another angle. Snaps right into the middle of the leg. Very painful. And that's going to get worse as the fight goes on. That is water in the basement, as Teddy Atlas would say. And here we go. Hands together. Short lift, landed on the floor. And then he starts the process of just grinding into his opponent. Smothering his mouth. Landing those short, choppy elbows and almost got the finish. 5 more seconds there, and that might have been a TKO in the first round.
Start round number 2 here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Sean O'Connell, Chael Sonnen, and Dan Hardy, cage side. Ray Cooper III, 2-time PFL welterweight champion, is in the blue. This is a catchweight bout against Jayson Jackson, who's in the white.
Interestingly, Ray Cooper hasn't changed to his stance to southpaw, which shows 2 things. One, he's, oh dear.
That one took the leg right out from under Ray Cooper. And now the flurry from Jayson Jackson. And the ass-kicking machine gets it done in Saudi Arabia.
What a statement that was. Never left himself open to take any big shots from the power puncher Ray Cooper.